Hey guys, welcome back. So today, as you guys are looking on your screen, these are my results for the Chimchar community day that we had yesterday. I do apologize. I haven't posted my results yesterday. I was going to, but we had that Galarian Wheezing raid hour, which was definitely pretty surprising. So that had to take the place of the results, unfortunately. A few unfortunate things have happened yesterday, which I'm not gonna go into detail about it at the moment. I've already moved forward, so I'm just here for you guys. And I appreciate you, every single one of you guys, for sure. And shout out to everybody that was there at the hangout today. Yeah, well, yesterday rather, at in the Bronx here. We just did our thing, did our grind, and yeah, so you guys see here, I actually was able to accumulate 9 shinies altogether. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna show you guys the shinies up close. Rather, these are images you guys are seeing on your screen, because when I would try to record my gameplay, this thing I'm using to record this video right now as we speak keeps on crashing every time now, so it's definitely pretty unfortunate. So because of that, I'm gonna have to hold off. I'm gonna have to put raid challenges on hold for a little while until I can get things situated. So I do apologize if this may have disappointed you guys in any way, and also I've apologized I haven't been posting as much, because obviously with Sword and Shield being out and I've been enjoying the heck out of the game. That's pretty much the case. I've been taking it easy out of from the games as well there. So, but hopefully in due time I'll be able to get things back into shape and I can bring you guys some more content. And I really do appreciate every single one of you guys that have been supportive of the channel. Shout out to my boy Richard for sure. Shout out to and a huge shout out to Darash D Gaming. He's been one of my best subscribers, and I really appreciate him for sure. Um, really love his support on my stuff, on my videos there. It's that kind of support that it's that kind of support that motivates me to keep doing the videos. So I'm gonna try my best to bring you guys some more stuff as soon as I can get things all situated. So with that being said, let's go ahead and go into the results. So as you guys see here, like I said, I was able to accumulate 9 shiny Chimchar. It was a pretty good day. I wasn't really trying too hard to get a whole bunch, because I felt like if I tried too hard to get so many, then they would just be sitting in my inventory just literally for nothing. It would do doing nothing, honestly. So I'm just happy at least I got 9. So, and as you guys see there, I actually hatched my first shiny Alolan Grimer, as you guys see right there on the bottom of the screen. And then just today I actually hatched a shiny Togepi. So that was pretty cool. So here's some images of the shiny. So first up, we got the shiny Chimchar. Um, it looks pretty cool. I think this is definitely my favorite out of the 3 Gen 4 starters, honestly. Granted, we still have yet to get Piplup in the game, but that's going to be coming in January. I believe it's January. I could be wrong. I'm fairly sure it's January. So Piplup should be coming up, and then I'm just curious to know what the next community day is going to be in this regards for sure here. So that's Chimchar, and then here's the shiny Monferno, which looks pretty cool, which looks pretty dope. And then of course, shiny Infernape, which looks super awesome, honestly. I like this one a lot. Um, Definitely one of my more favorite shinies from Generation 4 that Generation 4 has to offer, sorry. So, and then Blast Burn is definitely, and also guys, we're gonna be in this video. In addition to showcasing the shinies, we're gonna also be going over Blast Burn Infernape, and we're gonna talk about, is it worth powering up. So basically, this is going to be a 2-in-1 deal, basically. So you guys get an idea of what to do. And you guys see by the candy, I definitely evolved quite a few Blast Burn Infernapes. The reason why is because I was holding some for trade for my friend, because he didn't really get some good IV Blazikens from the Torture community, so I got him some Infernapes to help him out, a little bit with his fire team. So pretty much that's what I did. And then as you guys see here, I actually have a 100% IV Infernape here that I actually have had for a while, actually. I've hatched this out of an egg, and this thing has Blast Burn, so most likely we'll be maxing this out in the near future. Just to have at least one on my fire squad, just to have another unique fire type. So yeah. So overall, pretty stoked about my results. I caught quite a lot of Chimchar today. That day, yesterday, it was a pretty good day. So overall, I think this was a pretty cool one. Despite the unfortunate incident that happened, it was still a pretty good day. I'm pretty happy with the results. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and hop on GoHub, and I think a good way to see if this thing is worth powering up is to actually compare it to Blaziken. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and hop on GoHub, and then we're gonna take a look at Infernape stats, and then we're gonna go ahead and look at his moveset and then DPS and all that fun stuff, and we will see how this monkey performs. So with that, let's hop on GoHub, and I will see you guys there. Infernape with a max CP of 2,683. Infernape is a dual type fire and fighting type with an attack of 222, defense of 151, and stamina of 183. As a fire fighting type, it is going to be weak to flying, ground, psychic, and water, while resisting bug heavily, dark, fire, grass, ice, and steel. So there we go. So take a look at the move set right here. Its best move set is of course going to be that Fire Spin Blast Burn, which it did receive that Blast Burn yesterday from its Community Day move. So before it actually got Blast Burn, Fire Spin Flamethrower was his best move set with a DPS of 13.82. Now with Fire Spin and Blast Burn, it has a DPS of 15.63. So a major improvement on Infernape, honestly, for the most part. So a major improvement on it that it definitely needed. So here are the moves currently it can get. So Fire Spin and Rock Smash are its quick moves. Rock Smash is definitely terrible, while Fire Spin is fantastic. And then for charge moves, it has Close Combat, Solar Beam, and Flamethrower. And then Blast Burn for that legacy move. So there you go. So looking at the DPS, it is sitting at 15.63. That's definitely pretty good on DPS with a TDO of 507. The only thing with Infernape is that it is going to be a bit of a glass cannon, so it's going to go down rather quick. But I think this is still worth worth powering up, because it is, while it is not the best fire type, there's going to be better fire types in the game right now. Obviously, we have Blaziken up there, which we're going to take a look at Blaziken in just a second, and then we have Chandelure, which is fantastic, and then we have two new incomers in the near future in Reshiram and Volcarona, which those two are going to be really strong on the fire side. Especially Reshiram. I think Reshiram is going to be the #1 fire attacker once it comes in the game, having that fire and dragon type, which we'll go over Reshiram whenever that comes into the game. But Infernape is still not a bad fire type at all. Like if you're a new player and you didn't get any good fire types, like especially from the Torture Community, or if you didn't get like a Chars or whatever, then if you guys are able to get yourself some Blast Burn Infernapes, it's a good investment. Infernape is still a fantastic fire type for sure, and I think it's worth the investment for sure. So now let's go ahead and take a look at Blaziken. We're going to do a quick comparison between the two. So Blaziken here maxes out at 2,848, attack of 240, defense of 141, and stamina of 190. So Blaziken here does actually have a little bit more attack than Infernape does. Has a little bit lesser defense. So Infernape does end up winning the defense stat slightly, but it's only by a little bit for the most part. So its best moveset is Counter Blaze Kick, but in terms of fire moveset, the best moveset that Blaziken gets is of course that Fire Spin and Blast Burn, which is Legacy, with a DPS of 15.93, which of course, as you guys know, that is slightly surpassing Infernape. So Infernape is not too far behind from Blaziken, so that's actually pretty darn cool if you ask me. And then if you guys don't have Blast Burn Blaziken, you can also go Fire Spin and Blaze Kick, and it's still going to be just slightly behind the Blast Burn variant, but it's still going to be doing fantastically if you ask me, with a DPS of 15.72 and a TDO of 497. So like I said, both Blaziken and Infernape are glass cannons, but Blaziken is slightly outperforming Infernape, but Infernape is definitely not far behind. So definitely not a bad investment if you ask me personally. So yeah. Blaziken is still going to be the dominant starter, but Infernape is definitely not far behind at all. So let's go ahead and just scroll down to the moves it currently gets right now. So for fast moves, Blaziken gets Fire Spin and Counter, which both of those fast moves are fantastic for sure. And then for charge moves, we got Brave Bird, Focus Blast, Overheat, and Blaze Kick. And then Blast Burn being that legacy move, which we should be able to get more Blaziken with Blast Burn in the near future. But right now, it has access to these moves. So Blaze Kick is still not a bad move for sure. So yeah, fantastic Pokemon here. Blaziken is definitely for sure fantastic. Now, another Pokemon I want to do a quick comparison with is, of course, going to be, of course, Chandelure, which is a Gen 5 Pokemon here, which, if you guys have seen me use Chandelure before in the past, you guys would know that Chandelure is fantastic on both the Ghost side and the Fire side. If you guys see me use my Chandelure against Pokemon like Registeel, it also served me well against Cobalion. Well, I haven't used it against Cobalion in that trio you guys saw before, but it's a fantastic Pokemon. So let's go ahead and take a look at Chandelure real quick. Chandelure here is a dual type Ghost and Fire type with a max CP of 3,268 with an attack of 271, defense of 182, and stamina of 155. So scrolling down to the weaknesses, you guys are going to see it's going to be weak to Dark, Ghost, Ground, Rock, and Water, while heavily resisting Bug, Fighting, Normal, and then also resisting Fairy, Fire, Grass, Ice, Poison, and Steel. So a lot of resistances for sure. So let's go ahead and take a look at the moveset here. So his best moveset is going to be Fire Spin and Overheat with a DPS of 17.29, making it the best Fire type Pokemon currently in the game. Now, it is also potentially situational because, let's say for example, like if you're only able to get off that one overheat, I feel like the DPS is just going to drop significantly, I think. Well, not really that much, but it's kind of situational because um if you're able to get up multiple blast burns and you're only able to get up one overheat, then I think Blaziken surpasses it. But in general talk about what's the best situational fire type here, this is 100% the one right here currently until Reshiram comes into the game, with a TDO of 572. So yeah, and then with Fire Spin Overheat, it still also does fantastically with the double Ghost moveset here with Hex Shadow Ball with a DPS of 15.82. So that's pretty darn impressive. So going into the quick moves here, we have Hex and Fire Spin, and then for charge moves we got Overheat, Shadow Ball, and Energy Ball. So pretty sweet moveset there for sure. So there you go. So that's Chandelure. So all in all, if you guys are wondering if this thing is worth investing in for sure, I'm gonna say yes. The reason why is because, especially for new players that don't happen to have access to Blazikens or stronger other fire types, like maybe like Entei, Moltres, or doesn't have enough resources to access Chandelure yet. Infernape is still a fantastic fire type to invest in. The DPS is actually not that bad, and it does slightly survive slightly longer than Blaziken does. But Blaziken is going to slightly surpass it, as well as Chandelure are going to surpass it, and I believe even Moltres is going to surpass it. Even though Moltres has lost his spotlight as the best fire type in the game, though Moltres does do really well as a flying attacker. Is actually the best flying type attacker currently in the game, which we'll go over that in another video. But all in all, I think Infernape is still worth investing in. If you guys don't have other like options of fire types, Infernape I think is still a fantastic choice to invest in. It'll definitely get the job done for sure. So yeah, that's my thoughts on this. So let me know in the comments below what you guys think and how did you guys do on Community Day. And I don't know, I'm hoping I can get this whole video situation all fixed soon, so I can bring you guys more content. So until that day comes, thank you guys for all your support and all that fun stuff. But yeah, thank you. I'm gonna go ahead and end it here. Thank you guys for watching. Hit that like button, subscribe, and comment, and I will see you guys next time. Take care.